You are dead. You've always been dead. Shocking, isn't it? The person you were yesterday, last week, last year, they no longer exist. With each passing moment, you shed your old self and emerge anew. So why cling to the limitations of your past? Reality as we perceive, it is nothing but an illusion, a grand theater of shadows dancing on the wall of our consciousness. We've been conditioned since birth to accept these shadows as truth, to believe in our own powerlessness. But what if I told you that you are the projectionist, the creator of this grand world? Close your eyes for a moment. Envision yourself as you truly desire to be. Can you see it? Can you feel it? That vision, my friends, is more real than the chair you're sitting on or the clothes on your back. It exists in the realm of pure potential, waiting for you to breathe life into it. Society has programmed us to believe in limitations. We're told what we can and cannot achieve based on arbitrary factors like age, background, or circumstances. But these are mere constructs, flimsy barriers erected by minds too afraid to grasp their own infinite potential. Think about the great achievers throughout history. What set them apart? It wasn't supernatural ability or divine intervention. It was their unwavering belief in their own power to shape reality. They refused to accept the illusion of life. Your imagination is the most potent force in the universe. It's the workshop where all creation begins. Everything you see around you, every invention, every work of art, every human achievement started as a mere thought, a flicker of imagination in someone's mind. That imagination isn't just a tool for daydreaming or escapism. It's the very fabric of reality itself. When you truly understand this, you'll realize that the only limits that exist are those you choose to accept. How many times have you talked yourself out of pursuing a dream because it seemed unrealistic? How often have you dimmed your light to fit into the narrow confines of what others deem possible? These self-imposed limitations are like invisible chains, holding you back from your true potential. But here's the liberating truth: you can break free at any moment. The key to your freedom lies in recognizing that these chains exist only in your mind. Every great achievement in human history began as an impossible dream. The Wright brothers were told that human flight was impossible. Einstein's theories were initially dismissed as absurd. Every revolutionary idea faces resistance because it challenges the current paradigm of what's possible. You too have revolutionary ideas within you. You have dreams that may seem outlandish or impossible by current standards. But remember, current standards are just collective agreements, and agreements can be changed. Your power lies in your ability to see beyond the current reality. When you cultivate this ability, you become unstoppable. Because in truth, there's nothing to stop. You're not moving against the current of reality. You are the ocean in which all possibilities swim. Think of your mind as a garden. The thoughts you consistently nurture are the seeds you plant. Are you planting seeds of limitation or seeds of infinite possibility? Every time you say, I can't, you're watering a weed. Every time you say, I am, you're nurturing a mighty oak of possibility. The world you see around you is a reflection of your inner state. If you see limitations everywhere, it's because you've accepted them internally. But when you shift your inner world, the outer world has no choice but to follow suit. This isn't mere positive thinking or wishful daydreaming. This is about fundamentally altering your concept of reality. It's about recognizing that what we call reality is infinitely malleable, responsive to the patterns of our thoughts and beliefs. Every night when you sleep, you create entire worlds effortlessly. In your dreams, you defy the laws of physics. You transform your identity. You manifest and dissolve entire scenarios at will. If you can do this in your sleep, why not in your waking life? The truth is, your waking life is just another form of dream. The only difference is the consistency of the illusion and the collective agreement we call physical laws. But even these laws are not as rigid as we've been led to believe. Quantum physics has shown us that the observer affects the observed. In other words, your consciousness shapes the very fabric of reality. You are not a powerless speck in an indifferent universe. You are the universe experiencing itself through the lens of your unique consciousness. When you truly grasp this, the idea of limitation becomes laughable. How can there be limitation when you are, in essence, infinite? How can there be impossibility when you're the source of all possibility? But knowledge alone is not enough. You must live this truth. You must embody it in every cell of your being. This is where the real work begins. Start by questioning every limiting belief you hold. Where did it come from? Who told you it was true? What evidence do you have that it's actually real and not just a widely accepted illusion? Then begin to consciously choose new beliefs. But don't just affirm them half-heartedly. Feel them. Live them. Become them. If you want to be wealthy, feel the abundance coursing through you right now. If you want to be healthy, feel the vitality in every breath you take. This isn't about denying your current circumstances. It's about seeing beyond them to the greater truth of your infinite potential. It's about recognizing that your circumstances are effects. The cause is always your state of consciousness. As you begin to live from this expanded state of awareness, you'll notice the world around you starting to shift. Opportunities will appear where before there were only obstacles. People will respond to you differently. Events will align in ways that seem miraculous. But remember, there are no miracles. There's only the natural operation of universal law. When you align yourself with this law, when you recognize your true nature as a creative force in the universe, everything flows effortlessly. This doesn't mean you won't face challenges, but you'll begin to see challenges for what they really are. Opportunities for growth. Invitations to expand your consciousness even further. You are unstoppable because there's nothing outside of you to stop. You are the stopper and the stopped, the creator and the created. When you truly understand this, you'll laugh at the very idea of limitation. So I ask you, what would you do if you knew you couldn't fail? What would you attempt if you truly believed in your own limitless potential? These aren't rhetorical questions. They're invitations to step into your true power. Remember, you're dead. The you that accepted limitations, that believed in the illusion of powerlessness, that you is gone. In this moment, you have the power to be born anew, to shed the old skin of limiting beliefs and step into the magnificence of your true self. The illusion of limitation is just that. An illusion. It's a veil that obscures the truth of your infinite nature. And now, armed with this knowledge, you have the power to pierce that veil, to see through the illusion and recognize the boundless potential that has always been your birthright. As we move forward, we'll explore practical ways to apply this knowledge, to live from this expanded state of consciousness and manifest your deepest desires. But for now, I want you to sit with this truth. Feel it resonating in every fiber of your being. Let it permeate your consciousness until the very idea of limitation becomes as absurd as it truly is. You are unstoppable. You are limitless. You are the creator of your reality. And now it's time to create magnificently. Now that we've shattered the illusion of limitation, let's turn our attention to the powerful force that shapes our reality. The law of assumption. This universal principle is the key to unlocking your limitless potential and manifesting your deepest desires. The law of assumption states that your assumptions, whether conscious or unconscious, dictate the circumstances of your life. In other words, what you assume to be true becomes your reality. It's not what you want that manifests in your life, but what you assume to be true. Think about that for a moment. Your entire life experience is a reflection of your assumptions. The job you have, the relationships you're in, the amount of money in your bank account, all of these are direct manifestations of what you've assumed to be possible and true for you. But here's the liberating truth. You have the power to change your assumptions at any moment. And when you change your assumptions, you change your reality. This is where the concept of living from the end comes into play. Instead of focusing on the process of achieving your desire, you assume the feeling of already having achieved it. You live as if your desire is already a reality. For instance, if you desire financial abundance, you don't focus on the lack of money in your current bank account. Instead, you assume the feeling of being financially abundant. You walk, talk, and behave as if you already have all the money you could ever need. This might sound counterintuitive. After all, we've been taught to face reality and be practical. But remember, what we call reality is nothing but a reflection of our assumptions. By changing our assumptions, we change the reflection. The bridge of incidence is another crucial aspect of the law of assumption. When you assume a new state, let's say the state of being wealthy, the universe begins to rearrange itself to match your new assumption. This rearrangement often manifests as a series of seemingly unrelated events or coincidences that lead you to the realization of your desire. Your job is not to figure out how your desire will manifest. Your job is to maintain the assumption that it already has. The how is not your concern. The universe has infinite intelligence and will find ways beyond your current imagination to bring your assumption into physical reality. This is when many people falter. They start with a new assumption, but when they don't see immediate results, they revert to their old assumptions. Remember, the physical world often lags behind the mental world. Your new assumption needs time to fully manifest in your physical reality. Persistence is key. You must persist in your new assumption regardless of appearances. If you assume you are wealthy, but your bank account still shows a low balance, do not waver. Your physical reality is just catching up to your new mental state. Faith plays a crucial role here. Not blind faith, but faith born of understanding. When you truly understand that your consciousness creates your reality, you develop unshakable faith in your ability to manifest your desire. This faith is not about believing in something outside of yourself. It's about recognizing the power within you. It's about trusting in the law that governs all creation. The law that states your assumptions create your reality. Doubts and fears will arise. This is natural. Your old beliefs and assumptions will fight for survival. But remember, these doubts and fears are just thoughts. They have no power unless you give them power by believing in them. When doubts arise, don't fight them. Simply observe them and let them pass. Then gently return to your new assumption. It's like training a puppy. When it wanders off, you don't punish it. You simply bring it back to where you want it to be, again and again, with patience and persistence. Your emotional state is crucial in this process. The law of assumption works through feeling. It's not enough to intellectually accept your new assumption. You must feel it to be true. You must generate the emotion that you would feel if your desire were already realized. If you want to be in a loving relationship, feel it now. Feel the joy, the companionship, the deep connection. If you want a successful career, feel the satisfaction, the pride, the sense of accomplishment. These feelings are the fuel that powers the law of assumption. Remember, your subconscious mind doesn't distinguish between what's real and what's imagined. When you consistently feel the emotion of your desire fulfilled, your subconscious accepts it as reality and begins to work tirelessly to bring it into your physical experience. This is why affirmations alone often fail. Repeating words without the corresponding feeling is like trying to start a car without fuel. The words are the key, but the feeling is the fuel that makes the engine run. As you practice living from the end and feeling your desire fulfilled, you'll start to notice changes in your external world. People might treat you differently. Opportunities might appear out of nowhere. Circumstances might align in unexpected ways. These are all signs that your new assumption is taking root. But be careful not to become attached to these signs. Your faith should not be dependent on external evidence. Your faith comes from your understanding of the law and your knowledge of your own power. In fact, the less concerned you are with external results, the faster they tend to manifest. This is the paradox of detachment. When you're truly living in the state of the wish fulfilled, you're no longer anxious about its manifestation because in your mind it has already happened. This detachment allows the universe to work its magic without interference from your doubts or anxieties. It's like planting a seed. Once you've planted it, you don't dig it up every day to check on its progress. You trust in the natural process of growth. As you continue to live from your assumption, you'll find that it becomes easier and more natural. What once felt like a stretch now feels normal. This is a sign that your new assumption has taken root in your subconscious mind. At this point, you might experience what seems like a setback. Old circumstances might resurface or doubts might come back stronger than ever. Don't be discouraged. This is often a sign that your old reality is dying, making way for your new assumption to fully manifest. Think of it like cleaning out a cluttered room. As you start to clean, the room might look even messier for a while as you pull everything out of the closets and drawers. But this apparent chaos is necessary for creating a new, clean, organized space. Similarly, as your new assumption takes hold, old beliefs and circumstances might rise to the surface to be cleared away. Trust the process. Keep your focus on your new assumption and allow the old to fall away naturally. Remember, the law of assumption is not about forcing change through willpower or action. It's about aligning your consciousness with your desire and allowing the natural laws of the universe to bring it into manifestation. This doesn't mean you won't be inspired to take action, but the action will flow naturally from your new state of being. It won't feel like struggle or effort. It will feel inspired and joyful. As you master the law of assumption, you'll find that manifesting your desires becomes easier and more natural. You'll no longer see yourself as separate from your desires, struggling to achieve them. Instead, you recognize that you are one with your desires, and their fulfillment is as natural as breathing. This is true power, not the power to control or manipulate external circumstances, but the power to shape your reality from within. The power to assume any state you desire and watch as the universe rearranges itself to match your assumption. You are the operant power in your world. Your assumptions are the invisible forces shaping your reality. By consciously choosing your assumptions, you consciously create your life. So I ask you, what assumptions are you holding about yourself and your life? Are they serving you? Are they aligned with your deepest desires? If not, remember, your power lies in this moment. Right now, you can choose a new assumption. You can step into a new state of being. You can live from the end, feeling the reality of your desire fulfilled. The law of assumption is always working, whether you're aware of it or not. Every moment, you're making assumptions, and those assumptions are creating your reality. By becoming conscious of this process, you gain the power to direct it. As we move forward, we'll explore specific techniques to apply the law of assumption in your daily life. We'll learn how to use your imagination effectively, how to maintain your new state even in the face of contrary evidence, and how to live consistently in the state of the wish fulfilled. But for now, I want you to start observing your assumptions. Notice the thoughts and beliefs you hold about yourself and your life. Are they limiting or empowering? Are they aligned with your desires or opposed to them? And most importantly, remember that you have the power to change these assumptions at any moment. Your past does not dictate your future. Your current circumstances do not limit your potential. You are the author of your life story, and with the law of assumption, you hold the pen. You are unstoppable because the power that creates worlds lives within you. You are the law of assumption in action. Now let's put this knowledge to work and create the life you truly desire. Armed with the knowledge of the law of assumption, we now turn our attention to the practical application of this. powerful principle. How do we effectively manifest our desires? How do we transform our assumptions into tangible reality? The key lies in the skillful use of your imagination. Your imagination is not mere fantasy or idle daydreaming. It is the very workshop of creation. When you imagine, you are engaging the same creative power that brings the crucial point. Effective imagination is not about visualizing in the conventional sense. It's not about creating mental pictures. It's about generating the feeling of the wish fulfilled. It's about experiencing in your imagination the reality of your desire as if it were already manifest. Close your eyes for a moment. Think of something you deeply desire. Now, instead of picturing it as something in the future, experience it as if it's happening right now. How does it feel? What sensations arise in your body? What emotions course through you? This feeling, this sensation, this emotional state, this is the true substance of manifestation. When you can capture and sustain this feeling, you set in motion the forces that will bring your desire into physical reality. Many people struggle with visualization because they believe they need to see clear mental pictures. But that's not necessary. Some people are more kinesthetic or auditory. The key is to engage whatever senses are most vivid for you to create the feeling of the wish fulfilled. If you're manifesting financial abundance, for instance, you might imagine the feeling of security and freedom that comes with wealth. Feel the relief of paying all your bills with ease. Experience the joy of generosity as you share your abundance with others. Sense the confidence that comes from knowing you have more than enough. The more real you can make this experience in your imagination, the more powerful your manifestation becomes. Your subconscious mind doesn't distinguish between what you vividly imagine and what you physically experience. When you create a vivid emotional experience in your imagination, your subconscious accepts it as reality and begins to align your outer world with this inner experience. Consistency is key in this process. It's not enough to engage your imagination once and then return to your old patterns of thought and feeling. You must consistently return to the feeling of the wish fulfilled until it becomes your dominant state. This doesn't mean you need to spend hours in meditation or visualization. Brief, intense sessions of feeling the wish fulfilled can be highly effective. The important thing is to make it a regular practice, like brushing your teeth or taking a shower. In fact, you can use everyday activities as triggers for your imaginative work. Every time you get in your car, for instance, you might take a moment to feel the reality of your desire fulfilled. Every time you wash your hands, you might use those few seconds to immerse yourself in the feeling of your wish realized. The goal is to make the state of the wish fulfilled your new normal. When you can consistently feel as if your desire is already realized, regardless of outer circumstances, you've mastered the art of manifestation. This brings us to another crucial aspect of manifesting: the role of emotion. Emotion is the fuel that powers your manifestations. The more genuine, heartfelt emotion you can generate, the more potent your manifestations become. But here's an important point. The emotion must be genuine. You can't fake it or force it. This is why it's so important to choose desires that truly resonate with you. Desires that naturally evoke positive emotions when you contemplate their fulfillment. If you're struggling to generate positive emotion around a particular desire, it might be a sign that it's not truly aligned with your deeper self. In such cases, it's worth exploring why you want what you want. Often we chase external goals, believing they'll make us feel a certain way, but it's more effective to go directly to the feeling itself. For instance, if you think you want a specific job because it will make you feel successful and respected, why not go directly to the feeling of success and respect? When you can generate and sustain that feeling, regardless of external circumstances, you become magnetic to experiences that match that feeling, which may or may not include that specific job. As you engage in this practice, you'll likely encounter doubts and fears. This is natural. Your old beliefs and assumptions will resist change. But remember, these doubts and fears are just thoughts. They have no power unless you give them power by believing in them. When doubts arise, don't fight them. Simply observe them, acknowledge them, and then gently return your attention to the feeling of the wish fulfilled. It's like training a puppy. When it wanders off, you don't punish it. You simply bring it back to where you want it to be. Again and again, with patience and persistence. Another powerful technique for manifesting is to live in the end. This means behaving in your imagination and in your daily life as if your desire is already realized. If you're manifesting a loving relationship, for instance, how would you carry yourself if you were already in that relationship? How would you think? How would you speak? How would you interact with others? By consistently living in the end, you align your entire being with the reality of your desire. You become, in consciousness, the person who has already achieved what you're seeking. And since your outer world is a reflection of your inner state, it must conform to this new state of being. Detachment is another crucial element in the art manifestation. This might seem counterintuitive. After all, if you really want something, shouldn't you be intensely focused on it? But here's the paradox. The more attached you are to a particular outcome, the more you push it away. Attachment implies lack. When you're desperately trying to manifest something, you're affirming its absence in your life. You're living in the state of wanting, not in the state of having. True detachment comes from knowing that your desire is already yours in consciousness. When you fully accept this truth, you no longer feel the need to make it happen. You can relax, knowing that what is yours in consciousness must manifest in your physical reality. This detachment allows the universe to work its magic without interference from your doubts or anxieties. It's like planting a seed. Once you've planted it, you don't dig it up every day to check on its progress. You trust in the natural process of growth. As you practice these techniques, you'll likely start to notice changes in your external world. People might treat you differently. Opportunities might appear out of nowhere. Circumstances might align in unexpected ways. These are all signs that your new state is manifesting in your outer world. But be careful not to become overly excited or attached to these signs. Your faith should not be dependent on external evidence. Your faith comes from your understanding of the law and your knowledge of your... Remember, manifestation is not about forcing change through willpower or action. It's about aligning your consciousness with your desire and allowing the natural laws of the universe to bring it into manifestation. This doesn't mean you won't be inspired to take action, but the action will flow naturally from your new state of being. It won't feel like struggle or effort. It will feel inspired and joyful. As you master the art of manifestation, you'll find that creating your desired reality becomes easier and more natural. You'll no longer see yourself as separate from your desires, struggling to achieve them. Instead, you'll recognize that you are one with your desires, and their fulfillment is as natural. This is true power, not the power to control or manipulate external circumstances, but the power to shape your reality from within. The power to assume any state you desire and watch as the universe rearranges itself to match your assumption. You are the operant power in your world. Your consciousness is the substance of all creation. By consciously choosing your state of being, you consciously create your life. So I ask you, what reality do you choose to manifest? What state of being do you choose to embody? Are you willing to commit fully to living in that state, regardless of external circumstances? Remember, your power lies in this moment. Right now, you can choose a new state of being. You can feel the reality of your desire fulfilled. You can live from the end knowing that what you assume must manifest. The art of manifestation is always working, whether you're aware of it or not. Every moment, you're manifesting your reality through your dominant thoughts, feelings, and assumptions. By becoming conscious of this process, you gain the power to direct it. As we conclude, I want you to take a moment to reflect on what you've learned. You've discovered the illusion of limitation and shattered it. You've explored the law of assumption and understood its power. And now you've learned practical techniques for manifesting your desires. But knowledge alone is not enough. It must be applied, must be lived. So I challenge you, choose one desire, one new state of being. Commit to living from that state for the next 30 days. Use the techniques we've discussed. Feel the reality of desire fulfilled. Live in the end. Practice detachment. And as you do this, watch how your world begins to change. Watch how circumstances align, how opportunities appear, how your entire reality shifts to match your new state of being. You are unstoppable because the power that creates worlds lives within you. You are the master of your fate, the creator of your reality. Now go forth and create magnificently. The world is waiting for the unique expression of life that only you can bring. Remember, you are not merely manifesting things or circumstances. You are manifesting a new you. As you assume the state of your wish fulfilled, you become a new person. And it is this new you that naturally attracts and experiences the reality you desire. You are limited only by your assumptions about what's possible. But now you know the truth. Anything is possible when you align your consciousness with your desire and live from the state of the wish fulfilled. So step boldly into your power. Assume the state of your wish fulfilled. Live from the end. And watch in awe as the universe conspires to make your dreams a reality. You are unstoppable. You are the creator of your world. Now go and create something beautiful.
Woke up today, high energy. Got that sunshine all over me. Radio's on, feeling so free. Dancing alone, just you and me. Hit the streets with a jump in my step. Humming a tune, no need to prep. Loving the beat, it keeps me in check. Losing control, what did you expect? Heartbeats race, rapid moves, quick in the pace. Feel the rush in this space. Joy in my eyes, all over my face. Oh, 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 we sparkle in our own way. Oh, 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 don't care what people say. Oh, 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 dancing alone every day. Oh, 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 come join our cabaret. Hearts collide, music so loud. Embrace the night, feeling so proud. Lost in dance amidst the crowd. Together now, let's rise unbowed. Sparkling soul, hearts alight. This dance floor is ours, shining bright. Move your body, free your soul. Let the music take control. Hearts collide, heartbeats race, rapid moves.